Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna be finishing off doing my makeup. Today it is a very cold, rainy day, so we're gonna go out and do some thrifting today. My main goal for today is to find a goth prom dress. So I have been getting way more into goth subculture and everything, and goth music. I've always been a little bit goth and alternative, but I've really truly been embracing it recently, and I have gone to a goth event at a club a couple of times, and it has been so fun. And in a few weeks they're having another event, which is actually goth prom. We don't really have prom here, we have formal, and my year 12 formal kind of sucked because I had a sinus infection and I was very sick and running on a lot of pseudoephedrine, so I honestly barely remember it. It was not the best experience, and back then I wasn't really into thrifting, so my outfit really wasn't as good as I think it could have been. So having this goth prom come up is like so perfect. It gives me a great excuse to kind of do a bit of a redo of my formal. I can definitely dress a bit more myself. I feel like that outfit that I put on, it was not the best. It was pretty boring. The only thing that I really like that I did from that look is my headpiece, obviously. I made that out of cable ties and a giant hoop earring, which my mom secured in my hair, and she did my hair, which looked really cool. Obviously, Bo will be going with me, as well as a couple of my friends. Bo isn't my date, by the way, but I have no doubt that Bo will also want to be looking for some sort of, more formal attire for him to wear. I don't know what his inspo is, but this is my inspo for a goth prom dress. So I'm going to be looking for stuff that's like this. I definitely want something really formal that's going to be just that I can wear to events like this when they come up. So yeah, that's basically it. I will obviously be also looking for just regular thrifted items. You can't put me in a Savers and expect me to not just look generally for every single rack, and I'm also not expecting to find like the perfect prom dress in one go. So this may take a little bit longer, but any excuse to go thrifting, I really don't care. So this is my little fit check. I'm kind of giving librarian today, and I'm heading over to Savers, of course. So I walked in the door and then I was literally shot 37 times in the chest by my first find, because look at this crusty, dusty ass doll that Savers for some ungodly reason priced at $50. Anyway, I was reeling from that find, but then I found this little guy. I love his little dress, so he will definitely be coming home with me. Okay, let's get straight into dresses. This one was literally perfect. Like, wrap it up, the video is done. No, of course I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure this was a child's costume. I thought that this dress might be promising. I loved the ruching, and it's more like formal than something I would actually wear, I think. So that was literally it from the dress section. So I moved on to some other sections. I found this gorgeous red coat that I am obsessed with. The collar and the big buttons are just like incredible. The Savers was really not giving today, so I kind of gave up and went to my favorite rack, which is the pajama section. I'm always looking for like creepy, cute nightgowns that I can take like cool photos in. I thought this top was very sweet and feminine, so I did put it in the cart to try on. I have been looking for a skirt exactly like this one with the white tiers and everything. It's so perfect, and it even has a little like pinstripe detail to it. I realized that I may need some shoes for the prom as well, but obviously I'd want to find ones that I'd wear regularly as well. These ones would end my ankles, so they went back on the rack. These were giving Dorothy's ruby red slippers, which is definitely not the vibe, but these incredible platform pleasers absolutely were. They unfortunately were crushing my toes, and I could not wear them for more than like 2 minutes, I think. I literally found the most perfect rosary ever. It was in sterling silver. It was so gorgeous, but of course, Savers had to price it at $90. 90. I did look through the rest of the racks and found a few pieces that I liked, but they weren't like really fitting the brief, like this button up top. I think it would be better in a different color, of course. But I found this white button up that was just super crisp. It was from the brand Express, and it would be like nice to have a good, really well-fitting basic piece like this. This stripe top would be too large on me, so I did show it to Bo, but he was not interested, so she went back to the rack. This top is ridiculous, but I have actually been planning a clown-related photo shoot recently, so I did consider it for a second until I settled on the whole look being black and white. These corduroy pants were so cute, very Y2K, but the faux leather on the back was peeling off of them. Anyway, we had a whole cart of stuff to try on, starting with the white shirt that was too big for me, and I never find white button-ups that aren't kind of sheer, which is really annoying. This top would have been so cute if it was a bit more fitted around the waist, and again, if it was like a different color, I think it would have been much better. This top was so ugly. Why did I even put this in the cart? Let's be so for real. This red coat was very cute. I'm in love with it, but I'm about to go through a roller coaster of emotions in thinking that it had pockets, realizing the pockets were fake, which is my least favorite thing about women's fashion ever. Then I thought that I was just stupid because I put my hand in the wrong spot, and then again realized that that part was also a fake pocket. Bo and I were obviously dying in the store because what is this? Bo then got this oversized shirt. Honestly, don't know why, but good for him. Also don't know why he decided to get this angle of me struggling to put on this dress. I did think that this was a short sleeve dress, but actually had much longer sleeves and couldn't figure out the strings up the top. I think it's meant to wrap around your neck. I don't know, this dress wasn't the vibe I was going for at all, but you know what is the vibe? This guy right here. Even though his wig is falling off, so I helped him out by scalping him a little, I really loved him. Okay guys, no success on prom dresses, but I got this fucking guy, so who cares? Okay, so while that might not have been a successful thrift trip in terms of finding a goth prom dress, I realized that I do have two options that I can go with if I don't find a prom dress in time. Again, I do have like a couple weeks and I will definitely still be going thrifting and looking out for more formal dresses like this for this event, but I just wanted to show you the other two options that I have if I can't find anything. So I showed you my mood board a little bit before, and I had a lot of like mesh overlay dresses that were from the 90s, and I actually have this one, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so much. This is super stretchy and comfortable. It's like a really stretchy mesh. It is purple and I don't wear it that often, but I bought it like in lockdown off Depop in like 2020 or whatever, and I totally forgot that I have this. So this is definitely an option. Second option is this skirt, which you guys all know and love. I have shown you guys this skirt a couple of times, I think, in previous videos, and I rarely ever wear it because it is quite uncomfortable and it is very formal. Super high-waisted, really long, and it fits me like perfectly. Really accentuates my curves, so I like that about it. It is a bit uncomfortable, so like dancing in it might be a little bit of a challenge, but like I'm willing to go through that for the good of the outfit. But yeah, these are just two options that I have already in my wardrobe, but I will still be going out and looking for more stuff, so I'm sure that I'll cut to that now. Okay, the next day I went thrifting at a few different places. At the first Savers, I got distracted by the knickknack section, had to get this like celestial ornament thing, but then I went straight into dresses, and this one was a nice formal one, but for $35, I really don't want it to be simple. This one was not it at all, but it definitely had an interesting like embossed pattern. Also the tag was absolutely right because the price was an outrage. Now I just wanted to show you guys this dress because it was very interesting with like the chunky popcorn style at the bottom, but I wouldn't actually wear it and I have no idea how I would style it. Looking back on this footage, I actually do regret not getting this or at least trying it on, because the fabric was so perfect and it had that classic 80s prom dress cut to it. It was like $6 due to the giant hole in the side, but I feel like I could have cropped it to be shorter or just kept the hole and made it like grungy. I also did find these two medieval dresses. They were like a costume material, so not great quality, and I already have the perfect medieval dress already at home. I was so annoyed that this skirt was a size 6. There is no way that it would fit me, but it was so beautiful. It was really simple and elegant. I love that. So unfortunately, I didn't find anything for prom on this trip. I did find some stuff for Bo. I got this top for him. It's literally so perfect, and he loves a good chunky belt, so of course I picked this one up. I did one more round of the store and all I found was this IMG skirt. It was giving like 60s Barbarella vibes. I kind of loved that, but it's not really my style. Just in case you were wondering, this ornament turned out to be a whole wind chime with mini moons on it. It's now hanging above my bathtub. On to the next day now. I was so drawn to this color initially until I realized it had this gradient of red only because they were sweat stains. This would have been a little too simple for like a formal dress, but if it fits me well, it might be like a sleek, elegant 90s kind of look. These shoes were insane. Obviously not something that I would wear, but oh my god, they are gorgeous. The person that got these is so lucky. I was also in the kids section and found this like vintage wedding dress, but another idea that I had was to get a vintage wedding dress like this to wear to the formal night, and then I could like accessorize it, make it a bit more goth. Okay, I only got a few things, so time to try them all on. This slip dress was not fitting how I thought it would. It was way too big and baggy, even after adjusting it, so that was very disappointing. I also randomly found this Yeehaw button-up top. Did not look how I thought it would though, so let's just move on to the wedding dress. It was way too small. It was really pretty, but it could not zip up all the way. It was so painful leaving this behind because the lace detailing is to die for. I would actually probably get married in something like this, so we had to leave her behind. At the next store, I found this mesh layering piece. I'm not really sure if I like it, but Beau did end up getting it, so maybe he will wear something like this to the goth prom. I love a little ghostly nightgown like this. You already know that though. I also thought Beau might like this as like a romantic vampire top, but he didn't get the vision. This one is like a less sheer version of the vampire top. I ended up picking it up for myself, but it turned out to be a little bit too big. I might have to make some adjustments to it. Okay, this one is a bit of a hear me out. I initially thought this top was kind of ugly, but I think if I cut the collar off, it would be giving like straitjacket vibes. We checked out without finding my perfect dress, so I'm gonna give it one more day, and that is it. Okay, it's obviously been some period of time since I went thrifting last because my hair is much shorter now, but this is going to be my last attempt at going to a physical thrift store and trying to thrift a dress or a top that's going to go with my skirt. If I don't find one, I am probably going to get this one off Depop. I really love this style and it's in my size. Yeah, that's my other option as well because I love that dress, and I feel like I would wear it as well just regularly. But we will be going thrifting here today, and he will also be looking for some stuff. The actual prom is in like 5 days, so I don't want to be thrifting right up until the last second. I want to like have a good solid plan. Okay, so this is the last day of thrifting. This dress was very Y2K. I did love the style, but not the color obviously. But when I was looking at it, Beau just pulled this absolutely perfect 70s vintage wedding dress. I was literally praying that this fit me. I could tell that this was going to be an awkward size, but I did love the bottom half of it and all the pleats and how like asymmetrical the pleats on the back were, so I'm just going to try her on anyway. This was also very Y2K. I wasn't like a huge fan of all the details, but I just see this shade of red and my brain basically shuts off. So this one also is clearly a bit too big, but Beau found it for me and it has that like red holographic type material that I like, so this also went in the cart. I got sidetracked by the nightgown section as usual, and I found this perfect 60s baby doll style. I'm so in love with this. I also got distracted by these super short shorts. I hated the color of them and the wash, but you know, someone out there is going to find these and slay. If I could walk in heels this size, these would have been going straight into my cart. They are such perfect goth shoes, and they're from the brand London Trash. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna get straight into try-ons. First one was this red dress that unsurprisingly was too big, especially around the bust and the waist, but it would have been pretty if it did fit. Same goes for this black dress. The bust area was too big, but again, I loved the detailing and the pleats, so it was very unfortunate for me. I thought this was a cute little simple dress that I also picked up last minute. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing it backwards, but obviously I want the buttons to be front and center. It was a little bit too tight around this area though, but it did have pockets. It almost got me on the pockets. This nightgown was a bit sheer as expected, but honestly I didn't care because the details were so adorable and it fit exactly how I want a baby doll dress to fit. And then lastly is the 70s wedding dress, and it fit me like a glove. Oh my god, I was obsessed. The collar was a bit scratchy and like hard to tell how it's meant to sit, but that is a problem for future Vex to deal with because I'm obviously getting it. Anyway, still haven't found anything perfect, so let's head back and discuss. Okay, so we're like an hour away from leaving and I've done my makeup and like kind of sorted my hair. I honestly don't know how to style my hair. Now that it's this length, it's super short, but I do still have a few options that I want to like try on and run through. and then I'm gonna pick from there. I still have to pick like shoes and accessories and stuff, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and style a couple of outfits, or at least put on all of the options for you guys, and then I'm gonna go from there. So the first one that I want to try on is this purple dress that I showed you guys. Now I really do love the mesh overlay, but it just seems like a little bit too casual for me. Like, it is a really stretchy kind of mesh material, so it would be really comfortable. This is definitely the most comfortable of all of the looks that I've chosen, but yeah, because it is stretchy and because I used to wear it just as like a regular dress, I don't think I'm going to wear this, but I'm gonna put it on anyway and see how I feel in it. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like this is a little too casual. I do really like the sparkles on it though. I think that would like really pop under the lights they have, and it definitely is giving goth. Now I'm kind of rethinking everything. Wait a minute. I worn this dress in ages, and it's really, really comfortable. Everything else is like a little uncomfortable, so it's kind of what a point there, whereas everything else that I have looks gorgeous, but it's really uncomfortable. So yeah, all right, this is the next outfit that I have, and obviously this one is my favorite because I think that it's the most gothic, but it is the most uncomfortable. Yeah, this skirt is absolutely stunning. Like, are you actually kidding me? It's so gorgeous, and it like really hugs my figure a lot, but that is where the problem is because I can't move my legs. I can't really bend or do anything really, and I want to go and have fun tonight. I want to be dancing the whole night, so I really do want to be comfortable. I think that these beads here as well would be flicking around too much and that would get really annoying for me. Also, because the skirt is so long, I will have to wear these shoes here because they are my tallest shoe. While this is, I think, absolutely gorgeous, I just don't see myself actually having a good time in it. So I think I am going to go with my last item here, and it is that dress that I got off Depop. I'm like actually amazed that this arrived in time. I ordered it like 2 days ago. It was coming from a completely different state, so I'm genuinely shocked that it showed up in time. It's actually gorgeous. It obviously needs to be like ironed or steamed or something, but like I'll do that right now actually. Okay, this is the red dress, and this is as good as I can get it in terms of ironing it. I can actually find my steamer, so this is what we're doing now. This is a little bit uncomfortable, I won't lie. Like, do I really trust this to keep everything in? Not particularly. And these straps are really, really thin, so they are kind of like cutting into me a little. But I did just buy it, and I went out and showed Bo and my friend Jeff, who's coming with us, and their vote was for this one. So I guess I have to wear it. No, I do really like this. I do think that it looks very, very pretty. I love how shimmery it is. I obviously love the color. I think the color is like perfect. Now I just have to find like what the hell else I'm gonna wear with it. Obviously I'm gonna get like some sort of big necklace. I don't know if I should add like a belt to it or something, and then I will have to find some shoes that are comfortable enough to dance in, but also match the vibe and are gothic and cute at the same time. So I'm gonna do all that off camera because that's gonna be really boring for you guys to watch. Okay, so very devastatingly, I could not wear that red dress. While I was accessorizing and putting everything together, I just realized like, oh my god, it is so uncomfortable. It was like buckling at the back with the zipper and everything, and the material was so beautiful, and I thought that it looked really nice from the front, but the back was just like throwing me off. It wasn't sitting right, and it also was really, really scratchy on that like underbust part. But luckily this dress has come to the rescue. The other outfit was obviously way too uncomfortable for me as well, so this one I definitely feel much more comfortable in. I feel like I will be able to dance in this for a very long time. I feel secured in the bust area. So yeah, I'm gonna chuck my jacket on and we're gonna hit the club.